Hey, it's Mocha the Cap, born January 14th, not mixed with Aquarius, and damn sure not mixed with Sagittarius. I'm just trying to find a video, you guys, because as you can see from the title, we're gonna do Capricorn woman and Gemini man review. And if you guys don't know and you're new to this, then what I'm doing now with this series is going through my comments for the videos that I put out before and
Hey y'all.
and basically talking about what comments you guys left. I noticed my videos were kind of short. Let me move this. This is bothering me. These are my clothes that I gotta take to the cleaners. Um, I noticed that I'm sorry, let me just move stuff around because y'all might be too nosy. Y'all in my business. Y'all probably already seen what was there, but anyways, that was crazy. But let's act like that didn't happen. Anyway, what I said I want to do, for some reason, this one said, oh, okay. I was tripping because it said 11 comments. What I'm going to do is read the comments from both videos. So I'm going to, I know I didn't do that for the previous two videos, and I'm sorry about that. But, moving forward, I'm going to answer the questions on both. I'm going to answer the questions on the Gemini man and the Gemini woman videos. And then moving forward, I'll just keep doing that. Because if I don't, then this is going to be a long series. And sometimes I don't have that many comments on the videos. So it's best if I do it that way. Like the Gemini Man video only has 11 comments. So when I'm done with this, answering these questions or comments, then I'll go to the Gemini female and answer the ones that are over there. Excuse me, you guys. I'm trying to just do something, trying to play around with my hair a little bit or whatever. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Excuse it. I hope it's not too blurry. I need a better camera. That's what I need. But you know how, if you've been rocking with me, for a long time, that's not my focus. Is to worry about like the view of the videos. Most people, I assume, when they watch my videos, they're really looking at it, or they're listening. Maybe you're in your car or you're cleaning up or whatever, and you're just listening to what I'm saying. So, anyways, like I said, I'm going to answer the questions and comments on both of the Gemini man and the Gemini female videos. So, the first comment says on the Gemini man video says, some Geminis like outside while some like inside. Me, I enjoy my alone time. I love when Caps give me my space. Some Geminis know how to manage, to be honest. Plus, got to remember, there's two types of Gemini. One is May, one is June. Plus, our goals, we truly believe we can reach them. Everything that this person says is true. I do believe that Geminis, they like to be outside, but they also like to be alone. I've dated Geminis, and that is how they are. Sometimes it's just that Gemini, that twin vibe. Sometimes it just depends on what time you catch them. If you catch them while they're wanting to be extroverted, then you catch them at that time. If you catch them when they're introverted, honestly, as a Capricorn female, I love it when my Gemini guy is being introverted. When he's being extroverted, it can be a little much for a Capricorn female because we don't like all that attention. And Gemini men love attention. Like, they just love attention. And sometimes that can get on a Capricorn female's nerves. We'll deal with you, we'll hang out with you, but in reality, we don't really care about that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of time. If you are extroverted Gemini, if you're too extroverted for Capricorn, that will get on our nerves. But it's weird because when Geminis are being introverted, we're wondering what's going on with them, because whenever a Gemini is being introverted, there's something going on with them. They just don't want to tell you, him or her. You know what I mean? It's something going on. It doesn't have to necessarily have anything to do with you, but a lot of times they could be going through something. It's something that's going on, because for the most part, Geminis like to be outgoing and having fun. So when they're not, there's something on their mind. Okay, so just keep that in mind. um Another Gemini said, you better like us. I guess, I don't know. Then he says, this was 2 hours ago, this is from Lamont Truffin 327. He said, you better like us. Like, you're funny. But anyways, then he says, we're guns and roses. Facts, we the best. Yeah, you guys are okay. I like Geminis. I'm not going to lie. Like, Gemini, I like Gemini, except for when they just, I'm going to tell you a story time. Like I said, when I break down my new videos, I'm going to tell you a story about Geminis that I had to learn. Gemini taught me not to play around. What you don't do is play around with a Gemini and their feelings and their emotions, because boy, you will pay in the end. You will pay in the end. He says also, Lamont Truffin 327 says, how tall are you, Miss Lady? I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4". I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I'm 5'4". Somebody said the broke part. Like I said, okay, with Geminis, it's messed up because Geminis usually got money. I don't really know too many. No, I ain't gonna say that. Geminis aren't going to be broke for long. Let me put it like that. Because Geminis always got a plan. They always got a plan on how to get some money. But sometimes they can hit hard times. And excuse me. And honestly, I wouldn't recommend being around that Gemini. When that Gemini is going through financial struggles, let me not say it like that. Because a Gemini will hold a grudge. Okay. If you leave a Gemini during their time of struggle, they will remember that and they will never forgive you. Okay. So what I'm saying about avoiding a broke Gemini is, if you meet him and he's broke, avoid him. Don't deal with that Gemini. Okay. But if you're in a relationship with a Gemini, he had money and he was, doing good, but he had a hard time, stay with that Gemini, because he will forever feel indebted to you if you do. Okay. And I can't tell people what to do, but if he matches you in every other way and he just, like I said, hit financial hardship, don't leave him. Don't leave him, because that traumatizes him and that messes him up. You know what I mean? Especially if he was there for you before. Even the females, if they were there for you and they had your back and they always looked out for you, because Gemini females are cool with that too. Like, they are the best gift givers. Like, they some loyal down people. So I wouldn't recommend, just running out on a Gemini when they hit on hard times, especially if you guys been cool for a while. Like, that's not cool. Don't do that to your Gemini. Some of these questions don't matter. Somebody asked me, do you have Capricorn man and Gemini woman? No, I'm not a Capricorn man. I'm a woman. So I don't speak on Capricorn men's issues. I'm not a man. I'm not a Capricorn man that knows what Capricorn men and Gemini women go through. I do studies and view things, but I don't want to give my opinion on what a Capricorn man is thinking when he's dealing with a certain person, because Capricorn men are very different from Capricorn women. I've heard horror stories about Capricorn men and it's messed up. Like, I'm trying to change this a little bit. It is so messed up, the things that I've heard that Capricorn men have done to the women that they've been in relationships with. If the stuff that women tell me that they've been through with Capricorn men, I would never recommend dating them. If a Capricorn man truly does the things that these women have told me that Capricorn men have done to them, run. Because for the most part, I understand that Capricorn men are just controlling. And I've dealt with Capricorn men before, never in a relationship, but I've dealt with them before. They can come off as rude. They can come off as very arrogant. You know what I mean? That's what I get from Capricorn men whenever I'm dealing with them. It's like this super cocky, arrogant, my way or the highway type. And as a Capricorn woman, we feel maybe I don't feel arrogant as a Capricorn woman, but I definitely feel like it's my way or the highway. You know what I mean? Because I'm not telling nobody to do anything wrong. So if I'm telling you to do something, it's because it's genuinely going to help our relationship. I don't know if Capricorn men feel that way. I don't know if they're just trying to control you, or if they genuinely feel like what they're telling you is real and it's going to help the relationship. Because the ones that I've dealt with, they never told me anything that was real. You know what I mean? Like, they never told me anything that was going to help me that I didn't already know. And most of the time with Capricorn men, when I'm dealing with them, it's just a sexual attraction. It's not really anything else. As a Capricorn woman, I don't feel anything else for a Capricorn man. I feel like they're boring because I feel like, in a sense, I can be boring. So me dealing with somebody that's just like me, a homebody. As another thing too about Capricorn, we don't like to plan shit. We like for you to plan and we gonna show up. And Capricorn men the same way. They don't want to plan nothing. They want you to plan everything, and they just show up and pay for it. So personally, I don't know anything about no Capricorn men because I don't deal with Capricorn men. They're boring to me. Capricorn men are super boring to me, and they very cocky and arrogant. So I'm just like, this is too much. This is too much for me. So I don't deal with it. Okay, I got Trucker Brother 12 here. He says, I disagree, sister. I'm a Gemini man who loves to save and spend within reason. I make over 70K a year, have my own money, but also in my own. I'm sorry, you guys. He says, I make over 70K a year. I have my own money, but also in my chart, my second house is Capricorn with Aquarius rising, and of course, Sun in Gemini. Point is, I think Gemini but live like a Capricorn at home and finances. And okay, I get that. I don't really. So your values, because second house is the values of the zodiac. So basically, what you're saying, you value things that a Capricorn values, which is security and stability and family and stuff of that nature. So that makes sense. I still don't believe you 100% when you say you're Aquarius rising. Aquarius love to blow money. They love to spend money. Maybe you think that you are spending within reason because your values are based around Capricorn values, but your rising can probably make you like, okay, so you're Gemini with Aquarius rising. I feel like you're the type of person, you do a lot of shit on the spur of the moment. Okay. Gemini already do shit on the spur of the moment. Aquarius definitely does stuff on the spur of the moment, and they don't listen to anybody. And this is why you over here talking about I disagree, sister, because you don't listen to nobody. You don't listen to anybody and what anybody has to say. You know what I mean? So I hear what you're saying. Do I agree with you? No. I think you just running your mouth. You know what I mean? But we'll see one day. We'll see. Okay. But from what I'm seeing here, from what you wrote, you a Gemini with Aquarius rising? Nah. Because guess what? My second house is in Libra. And I do value partnerships. I really do. But I'm Virgo rising. So at the end of the day, that's what keeps me in line. You know what I mean? Your rising is what keep you in line. I understand what your values are. You probably value stuff like a Capricorn does. But even Capricorns, we have a spur of the moment where we do shit that we don't have no business doing. So I hear you, but I ain't hear you. I ain't hear you. Talk to somebody else who might believe that shit, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So now I'm gonna go to the Capricorn female with the Gemini female. I remember when I did this video, I had got a lot of comments. I think from what I remember, it was a lot of questions that came through from this video. So let me pull it up and find it. Okay, here we are. Like, yeah, they got 27 comments on here.
Hey,
Okay, so the Capricorn female and the Gemini female. So this person writes, I'm a Gemini. I'm not dramatic. I am very understanding and never lie. Gemini mirrors what energy you bring. So whatever energy you give off, we give that back. I agree. I agree. Gemini, yeah, you do. But the lie part, y'all don't. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me get into it. Geminis, see, my issue with you guys is that you really believe your bullshit. And that's the truth. Like, I'm going to tell you a story when we get to the Gemini again, because I'm going to do Gemini male and female in one video. No, I'm lying. I'm going to do it in separate videos. Geminis, y'all be lying, though. You say you don't lie. You're like, oh, I'm not lying. It's not that you're lying in your opinion. No, you're not lying, because whatever you believe in your mind is what you truly believe in your mind. You really believe the thoughts that you're telling yourself. Like, you really believe the story that you told yourself about what happened in situations. And that's the part that I don't like, because it's not fair. Like, you're really genuinely telling somebody from your heart, oh, this is how I saw the situation, this is what happened, and that situation didn't happen that way. And the other person is telling their side of the story, but then they also have other people who can back their side of the story, and Gemini still be like, that's not how it happened. So how are you going to have multiple people, Gemini, saying the same thing, but you're still saying that it's not true? Come on, Geminis, y'all gotta do better than that. Yes, y'all do lie. I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all lie. Okay, but I do agree that y'all mirror whatever energy somebody is giving back to you. Because with Geminis, I notice if I act like I'm happy around them and blah blah blah, they're gonna be happy. If I act like I'm mad or sad or don't want to talk, they're gonna be the same way. So I know, yeah, you're right. Geminis do mirror the other person, but that lying part, nah, I ain't trying to hear that. This person also says, I am talkative to the people that I am open to, but a Capricorn can't tell a Gemini how they are, especially if you never met all Geminis in the world or even study astrology, but I love your channel. Sweetie, I do study astrology. I don't know what you looked at or what you heard, but I do study astrology. Okay. So that's why I can say what I'm saying. There's no way in the world I will ever meet every Gemini in the world. Let's be honest. So I'm not saying this is based on all Geminis, but for the Geminis that I have encountered and Geminis that I've studied and Geminis that I've heard stories from other people, that's where I get my opinions from. Okay? So no, I'm not just making this up off the top of my head and just shooting shit out of my ass. Like I'm telling you what I've observed, what other people have told me they've observed about Geminis, and what I've studied when I do my research. So yes, I do study. Okay, I haven't went to school for it. If that's what you're trying to say, no, I haven't went to school for it because I go to school for business. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with Geminis when I talk like that, because Geminis don't like when you talk to them like that, because now it turns into, well, matter of fact, like Geminis are very argumentative. Like they love to try to debate you, which I love too. I love a good debate, and a lot of times Geminis be stuck when I debate with their ass. You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, let's change the subject or what? Yeah, change the subject, because don't tell me what I know. Okay, like I know this shit. I appreciate you loving my channel though. You know what I mean? But don't try to give me no backhanded compliment by telling me, oh, I don't know, because I never met all the Geminis. You never met all the Capricorns, have you? So what's your point? Okay. But anyways, they said also I had a Capricorn boyfriend and close friend, and they were more effed up and trifling, secretive, and sleeping around with everyone. Let me tell you something about Gemini. See, this type of Gemini, me and this Gemini right here, I don't fuck with these type of Geminis right here. I don't like, I need to know your birthday. I really genuinely need to know your birthday. See, someone responded to them and said, Gemini sleep around too. They just hate it when it's done to them. Okay. Okay. Because that's what I want to get on. It's so true. Gemini be fucking and doing whatever the fuck Gemini want to do. Low key, I feel like Geminis are narcissists, okay? And I hate to use that word because everybody uses it these days, but that's the perfect example or the perfect term to describe a Gemini. Geminis be doing all kind of bullshit, but they will stay on your trail and try to find out every little thing you do. So whenever they get caught in they shit, or whenever you do something or you confront them about what they're doing, they love to say, well, you did this and you did that. Oh, I'm telling you, I can't wait to tell y'all the story time about me and this Gemini that I was dealing with. Long story short, you was all in my motherfucking business, but the whole time you was doing me wrong. You was doing me wrong. But it's like now that I'm trying to get my payback, and it's like, oh, you on top of my ass. You know what I mean? Like, oh, but nobody can confront you about what you're doing. Just stop, Gemini. Just stop. Okay? Like this Gemini, right? This type of Gemini here, that's the kind of ones that I go back and forth with. The fact that you want to be, because that's exactly what that Gemini would say about me. Oh, you was a hoe. You was sleeping around. Motherfucker, you had a whole nother girlfriend. What are you talking about? Not just one, a couple. And try to make me feel comfortable with it. Like, what? Like, that's I'm telling you, them Geminis, be careful. Somebody else said, put in your damn seatbelt, LOL. I was driving in this car, so they wanted me to put my seatbelt, and I guess it was dinging or something. So, anyways, another one said, hey, you from Dallas? I'm not from Dallas. I stay in Dallas now, but I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. But yeah, I was in Dallas. And it says, I'm a Gemini, and girl, the good stuff is true, but your friends need help, cause LOL. I ain't like that. I don't know how your friends did it, but damn, those Geminis sound messy. I ain't like that. LOL. I'm super dedicated to my shit. I trust money more than people. Hey, I'm with you on that. Cause hey, I don't trust people neither. You feel me? I trust the numbers, the only thing that makes sense to me. So I get it. I'm gonna have to go back to that video and listen to what I was saying because I didn't know if I was talking about my friends or not in that video. But yeah, it just depends. Geminis can be a handful. They can be a handful in friendships and not. So I'll talk about that too when I go to my Gemini video again. Okay, somebody said, OMG, birthday twin. I'm January 14th as well. I attract Geminis as homegirls. And now I feel like one's like me. She is May 26th. I talk to her every day now, but she is also, hold on. I talk to her every day now. I talk to her every day now, but she is also has someone. She is beautiful to me and she talks to everyone. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Will put me on hold for new people sometimes. Meanwhile, I do care for her a lot. And girl, the Geminis act like they love me, but was in secret competition. They hurt me, but later apologize for the way they treated me. Then will tell the world I'm their besties. Just hella confusing. I just cut off every Gemini except May 26th because I really don't want to lose our bond. I feel you on that, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how old you are, but this comes from Manifest Abundance 1689. I'm gonna be real with you. You can't hold on to people just because y'all have a bond. And the truth is, people grow apart. And I do understand where you're coming from when you say how the Geminis, they'll put you on hold for new people that come in their lives. I don't know why, but for some reason, Gemini females, they kind of act like they want you to compete for their friendship. And I'm just not into that. I've had Gemini females as my friend, and I still talk to them and deal with them. I'm just sorry, I'm changing my position. I still talk to them and deal with them, but on certain levels because I do get it. Some Gemini females oh my god, I don't want to tell the story time here. I want to wait till I do my new video. But I've noticed that they do. It's like when they meet somebody new in their lives, they're constantly coming to you, telling you about what that person is doing or saying, or trying to make you feel like, oh yeah, me and this person, we're going out to dinner, or we're going on vacation together, or we went out this weekend. And it's like they want you to feel some type of way about it. Or maybe that's just our mind frame as a Capricorn person. Maybe you're thinking like that, because that's how I felt. But then I kept telling myself, I was like, I don't care. Like, you're entitled to have other friends. Like, because let's just be real, Capricorn female, majority of the time you want to chill by yourself anyways. You don't want to be hanging out all the time with your friends. So maybe you're taking it in a way that makes you think that, oh, this person is jealous, or they're trying to make me jealous. They're Even if they are, don't worry about it. And you can't hold on to people because of a bond that you've had. I literally this past year have cut off all of my friends that I grew up with just because we're going in different directions in our life. I can't continue to pretend like I want to be friends with people who aren't moving forward in their life or advancing. So I would tell you the same thing. Don't try to be around people and hang with people just for the sake of hanging with somebody. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. And if they make you feel hurt or anything of that nature, you need to cut them off. So I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate your comment, but it actually makes me sad that you feel like somebody's trying to make you compete to be their friend. Like, we're grown. We deal with people on whatever level we deal with them on. And that's just what it is. So I'm sorry. That kind of broke me a little bit to hear that. Anyways, the next comment says, but I like your videos, girl. Have a good day. Thank you. Somebody else said it's the truth. Another comment says, I'm a Cap and I wouldn't be in her wedding either. I admire that your cutoff game is big, strong. I probably wouldn't have cut her off, but even though she needed to be, that's my issue. Life is too short for the BS. I dated two Geminis and have Gemini social friends, if you can even call them friends. I notice every single Gemini trait that you experience: fine as fuck, sensitive, lies, talkative, passive aggressive, jealous, dramatic, don't raise their own kids, put them off on someone, have 3 to 9 sides to them, etc. They are unattainable in relationships. They're not unattainable. You just got to understand them. Because really, in reality, see, you might think they're unattainable because they never settle. Okay, Geminis, and when I say they never settle, I don't mean for a person. They just never settle in life. Like, they're constantly moving. A Gemini is a constant, they're air sign, so they're going to constantly be moving. Their mind is constantly going. It's not that they're unattainable. You just got to learn your place in their life. Okay. And if you have a problem knowing your place in somebody's life, then you'll never be able to be with a Gemini. Because that's just the truth. Like, even when I dated the Gemini I was dating, I knew my place. You know what I mean? I knew what I was for him. So it was okay. I was okay with what I was doing with him. If you have a problem knowing your place, then that's gonna be a headache for you. Because Gemini's is gonna make you. Some days they're gonna be up, some days they're gonna be down, some days they're gonna fuck with you, some days they're not gonna fuck with you. You just gotta know your place. You gotta know, okay, I'm his girl, or I'm her friend. No matter what, then that's what you are. If I'm the friend that we only go have drinks with, then that's what you are to a Gemini. That's how Geminis are. They categorize you in certain arenas in their life. And if you fit in that category at the time, you fit in that category. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But you can't get mad. You can't try to make yourself more than what that is. Like, no, you just can't. Okay. Like I said, I definitely need to go back and watch my video because I talked about a wedding. What Gemini did I know that had a wedding? I don't know. I can't remember. To remind you, this video was 4 years ago, unfortunately. But okay, but yeah, like Geminis, yeah, they something else. But great comment. Somebody says Gemini Man says, hey, Gemini Man. That's Brett Farmer. Somebody says they lie so bad. They do. They are terrible liars. And see, maybe I feel like with Geminis, I don't know what other signs think in their mind. But with me, when I'm dealing with a Gemini, I know they be lying. I'm like, I know you're lying. And for a Capricorn female, it's so hard to let somebody just sit in your face and play, because that's how you feel like they sit in your face and they playing in your face. And so that upsets a Capricorn really, really bad. So when Geminis do that shit, it's like, do you think I'm stupid? You think I'm slow? Hell no, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. So we go through this thing where you be wanting to cuss that Gemini ass out, because how dare you think you can sit in my face and tell me a bald face ass lie? Like, no. So I get, yeah, Geminis, they are terrible liars, first of all. But some people believe they lies, and I think it's because some people just want to believe they lies. You know what I mean? You just go along with it even though you know they lying. You know how some people just shoot the shit? It's one of those type of situations. Another Gemini says, but I was raised as a mini adult, LOL. I started working at 10. Yeah, I know you did. Geminis, I will give them that. Geminis, man, y'all have it hard. And I don't know if y'all just breed responsibility. Every Gemini I know have a story about taking care of their brother and sister or somebody in their family. It's like they just bear responsibility. So I will say that's a good trait that Geminis have, that they are very responsible. Geminis are very, very responsible. So, you know, I can appreciate that part about them. I think that's why we kind of get along, because both of us understand responsibility and we're both, you know, there for each other. So I get that. Yeah, Geminis are very responsible, and they take on responsibility at a very young age. Somebody said your voice is sharp and noisy. You did a hole on my ears. You, girl, are very talkative yourself. Thank you. That reminds me of that Michael Jackson video when he was like, your voice is so irritating. Oh my God, you think my voice is irritating? You're the first person that ever told me that. People love to hear me talk. And I always thought my voice was cute. And nobody ever told me my voice was sharp and noisy. So I don't get it. But she said I did a whole number on her ears. I guess, honey. I guess. Somebody said, could you do a reading for a Gemini woman and Capricorn woman? I'm in a relationship with a Capricorn and I'm a Gemini. I need a personal reading. If you need a personal reading, you need to email me at Valeria, Valeria .Marshall, Marshall 187 at gmail.com. And I'll when you say a reading, I don't do readings, but I can tell you about your relationship if you give me information, okay? I can give you advice, is what I mean. Somebody said Geminis are social psychopath, both the women and the men. I don't know about all that, but okay. Somebody said all people are different. No sign is the same. What is the sun, moon, and rising? The sun is when you were born. So let's just use me for example. I was born January 14th, 1987. So my sun is Capricorn. So that means the sun was in Capricorn when I was born. The moon at the time was in Cancer when I was born. And then my rising, which was where the sun was rising at the moment when I was born, was in Virgo. And this is something that you can find out by getting a personal chart for yourself. There's a lot of, all you have to do is Google my astrology chart, my birth chart, and then they can tell you when you do need to know what time you were born though. If you don't know what time you were born, you'll never get your rising sign, but you can at least get your sun and your moon and everything else. You just won't know what your houses are or your rising sign. But that's what the sun, moon, and rising means. The sun is, what time of the year you were born. The moon is where the moon was when you were being born, and then the rising is where the sun was rising at the moment when you were born. All right, it says those Geminis are not 100. We Geminis, you live us. We move on, begging for love, never. Drama, us, never. We fear drama. You're a different Gemini because most Geminis I know they love drama. I don't give a damn what you're saying. They love drama. They always in the damn drama. They feed off of the drama. Like I said, they love to make you feel jealous. They love to make you feel like they getting all the attention. Like it's weird. Geminis can be so weird sometimes. Like I just look at them like they stupid when they do shit like that. When you try to make me feel jealous or try to make me feel like what you got going on is more important than what I got going on or whatever, I just look at you like you're stupid because it doesn't make sense to me. It's like I don't have time for that. Like focus on something else. Do whatever with your time. But I'm not gonna worry about it. Somebody says, yep, Gemini's not boring. Extremely fashionable, great conversationalist, liars to no end, but bipolar, abrasive, calculating, deceptive, and insensitive. I believe they fluctuate between sociopath and psychopathy. Personally, I believe they're the most dangerous sign of the horoscope. Damn. I didn't say it, Gemini. Somebody else did. Okay, so don't be on my back. Their Geminis are not born at all. I don't know one boring thing about a Gemini. Geminis are not boring by the long shot. Fashionable. Geminis have a different type of fashion. Okay, a lot of them follow trends. So to me, a person that follows trends isn't fashionable. You need to be a trendsetter. Geminis are not trendsetters. Even like Doja Cat, she follows and imitates what other zodiac signs do, what other artists do. She doesn't make her own trend. She's beautiful in her own right, and whatever she puts on and does looks amazing. But it's never her own idea. It's somebody else's idea that she copies, and because she's so beautiful, it looks good, and so people are amazed by it. But it's never, there's nothing that Doja Cat has done that's been original. Nothing. Okay. Um, but she looks good when she's doing it. So I'll give her that. Great conversationalist. Yes, Geminis can talk about any and everything under the sun. I will give them that. I appreciate a Gemini for that. I love talking to a Gemini because they will talk, 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 talk. Liars to no end, definitely. Even in the conversation that I love talking to them in, they lie 75% of the whole conversation. They're just lying and making shit up. And honestly, I don't want to keep calling them liars. Sometimes I think Gemini are testing you to see if you know the truth or you know a lie. They want to see they basically bullshit detectors. So they'll go on and on about a story. They'll make up shit, and if you don't confront them on it, and you're like, yeah, in their mind, they're like, this person's stupid as hell because I'm just making shit up. I'm just saying anything and they going along with it. Or they telling me that I'm right. That lets me know that person don't know shit. Cause I know the real truth, but I'm gonna see what this person know. Cause they trying to talk me under. That's what I do believe about Geminis. I do believe Geminis are the type we be calling them liars, but in reality, they really trying to test you to see if you're gonna call them out on their bullshit. Because in their mind, they'll like you're stupid because I'm telling you anything and you're believing it and you're going along with it and you're not questioning anything I'm saying. So that's what I think they're really doing. Okay. And all that plays into calculating and deceptive. Insensitive, yes, they are very insensitive people. I don't like it. That's why they get along so well with like Aquarius and Sagittarius, because those also people are those two signs are very insensitive too. And they just say anything out of their mouth very bluntly. You know what I mean? And then they're also not easily offended because Gemini, Sagittarius, and Aquarius feel like if that's your opinion, it doesn't matter because I know who I am. And so when you don't know who you are and a Gemini tells you certain things, it will make you feel like they're being insensitive. But it's really about you really needing to know who you are as a person. If a Gemini says something to you and you feel like it's insensitive, you need to have a good comeback. You need to have a good comeback, and you need to know yourself because that's the only thing that's going to make them back up off you. I've had my moments where they made me feel like they were being insensitive to me, but when I thought about it and actually sat with myself, I'm like, no, I know who the fuck I am. So what you're saying doesn't really bother me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. So them being the most dangerous sign of the zodiac, I don't think they're the most dangerous sign. They are very violent though. Geminis, they are very violent. Okay, and they violence does not know no ends. And for a Capricorn, it could be a bit much. Like maybe an Aquarius, a Scorpio, Sagittarius, a Leo can deal with that shit because they take it to the max too. But Capricorns, we don't really be on that. You know what I mean? We be like, relax, because we don't really like to fight. You know what I mean? We will if we're pushed, and we'll beat that ass, but we don't want to. It's like that's too much. And Gemini's, they be taken to a whole nother level. They'll actually murder you. Gemini's will murder you. Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, remember that. Someone said I should have named this video "Your Friend Drama," not Gemini Woman. Wrong stereotype. I guess. I'm just speaking from a astrology point of view. That's why I do these videos. Okay. But yeah, that was my take or my review of the Capricorn woman with Gemini male and female, or woman and man. I know some people don't like the terms female and male. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to do these videos moving forward. I'm going to do them where I do both videos in one. So I know I didn't do that for Taurus and for Aries. I might make those again at the end just to clarify those two videos. And then after I do these, I'm going to move into the newer versions of the Capricorn female or woman with the other signs. Okay. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I know it's a little late. It's Thursday. I usually post these like Monday or Tuesday, but it's whenever I have free time. And I have been getting a lot of good comments on the video so far. So I appreciate you guys still watching me and looking out for me. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe. If you've been here and you're just coming back and seeing me again, don't forget to like the video. And I do appreciate you guys. All right. I want you guys to have a good night and thank you for watching my video. Bye.